Hi everyone, and welcome to this StoryMaker tutorial. Today I'm going to demonstrate how to pick up the longer floats at the back of the work on the Mountain Range Hooded Shawl. I'm just working across a right side row here in the Side Decreases Chart 3 section of the pattern. I'm working with my main color yarn. The pattern uses slipped stitches or mosaic knitting to create the color pattern. Because it's worked flat, the rows are worked as matched pairs. That means I'm going to work across this right side row with the one yarn and turn and work the same row with the same yarn across the wrong side row. You can see that for this row of patterning, I'm knitting one stitch with the dark green yarn, then slipping 3 stitches. This is creating a float at the back of the work that's longer than ideal. You don't want to snag those floats on anything while you're wearing the shawl, so that's what we're going to tidy up. Now I've worked across the right side row and I've turned the work and I'm working across the wrong side. Again, I'm just matching the work I did on the right side. In this case, I'm slipping the same stitches and purling the one stitch in dark green. This, of course, doubles up that long float so that now I have 2 floats in the same spot. So how am I going to address this? First, I'll finish this wrong side row. Back on the right side of the work, I'm going to continue in my pattern chart. This set of 2 rows will be worked with my complementary color. At the same time, when I get to the middle stitch of those 3 stitches that were slipped during the previous 2 rows, I'm going to dip my needle down between the fabric and the floats and pull those floats up onto the needle in front of my next stitch. Then I'm going to knit through all 3 of those loops to secure the floats at the back of the work. I then continue this row, stopping at each center slipped stitch to pick up the floats and knit them securely into the back of the work. This is a technique that I borrowed from stranded colorwork, and if you haven't seen it before, you may want to try it with your other colorwork projects. In stranded colorwork, it can be a handy option if you're not a fan of trapping longer floats in the same round as they appear. You simply work the round without worrying about the floats, and then pick them up like this on the next round. I hope you found this tutorial helpful in illustrating this useful technique and that you're enjoying the pattern. The Mountain Range Hooded Shawl is the 3rd pattern in StoryMaker, an illustrated book of knitting, fibre, and fable by Alexis Hoy. StoryMaker is an illustrated short novel that includes 12 original knitting patterns inspired by the story. Knit along with Rowan as she follows her people's heritage back to a land lost to memory, where creativity has been throttled. At the home of the Storymaker, Rowan begins to find answers and hope for her endangered village. But her quest has upset the land's tenuous political balance, and Rowan must use all her powers of making to ensure the safety of her family and her newfound friends. You can find the Storymaker book, yarns, and individual patterns at storymadeyarns.com.